Yeah, we all know how hen behaves in the village. But isn't it too weird to bring a hen to a gated community, keep it in a balcony in the 5th floor? Very weird, no? Very dangerous task. Because ask me, I have experienced it. It so happened on a fine Sunday. Okay, wait. What time do you all wake up on Sunday? You don't wake up at all? No. Nice. Any like randomly, it's like around 10, 9:30, 10, 10:30. Okay, Sundays are usually lazy days. But this hen, 6. Okay, nice. But this hen in the village, it'll make the sound as kokurko at 5 o'clock. It'll start at 5 o'clock. It did the same in my home, okay? See, because we are the owners of the chicken, which is going to disappear after a week, we can bear. Not everybody, not my neighbors. Yeah, that was pet only for a week, no. After that week, what will happen? Chicken 65. Or chicken kebab. Any shawarma. Okay, yeah. So, since we are the owners, we have to bear. Now, why should my neighbors bear it? We stay in 5th floor with the balcony. My neighbors in the 6th floor, 7th floor, 3rd floor, 4th floor, everybody has an issue. Because come on, 5 o'clock on a Sunday, no one's going to wake up. My brother at 5:30, it had a loose thread connected, a loose rope, and he was walking with the chicken like this, hen. He walked for 10-15 minutes and he didn't know what to do because it is continuously making the sound. So he put that in a washroom and he closed the door. He didn't turn on the light also. Unfortunately, there was a small hole where only a beam of light is coming into the washroom. And again, they started. My brother didn't know what to do because you can't blindfold a chicken. No, he covered the hole somehow, and then that was pretty dark. No, Papa, no. Doing all that is not very easy. You can't tie the beak. It's like And there was another situation. Now this got over. We somehow brought it out. It was 9:30, 10. There was another story. Now we tied the chicken with a rope because it can fly away. As I told, I stay in 5th floor. It'll fly away to the next adjacent buildings and all. And we didn't want that. I don't know how many of you over here has caught the chicken like this, but that's not possible. It'll not stay. It'll keep running away. It's a very tedious task to hold a chicken. So this happened. The rope was loose. It flew away. It flew away to the adjacent block. How do I get there? By the time we go there, it will fly to some other place. Somehow, after all that work, the hen was tired. It settled in a corner. Now my brother went closely towards it, tried to catch the legs. It flew away. My dad from the top, he caught. Now we caught that. We were so done. The watchman was also so done. He's like, sir, don't bring chickens next time. Everybody are complaining. So that day evening, because it is Sunday, nice, good Sunday, it became chicken 65. We nicely had. That was one of the experience with chicken. Till then, I didn't know hens drink water. I thought it only eat grains. I didn't know it drinks water. Then I had to keep a cup of water when it was alive. And that was the experience with the hen. Now to general evaluator who's going to evaluate the speeches, TTM, overall evaluation, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uthejitha. Thank you, Toastmaster Uthejitha. So I'm back with my report. So let me call upon the speech evaluator 1 to evaluate speaker 1 speech. Toastmaster Shivansh.
Good morning to everyone again. And again, good morning to the top speaker. So before I start my evaluation, I'd like everyone to just stand up again and applaud dear Manjusha's speech. So basically my evaluation would be divided into 2 parts. The parts that were brilliant and the parts that can be brilliant in a couple of speeches, I believe. So I'd start with some positives. Your title, Have You Met Her? I felt it was a brilliant title and just gave the sense of what we were gonna know in the upcoming 4 to 5 minutes. And as usual, your essay and your personality, you were energetic and kept smiling throughout the speech. So that was a huge positive. Now, coming to some parts that could have been better, I felt you could improve in a bit of voice modulation, but then again, it was just your first speech and you've got a long way to go. So it will take time, but you'll get there. And about walking around the stage, I felt you walked a too bit around the stage. I think it kind of takes focus away from your content and more towards where you are. So it's just for anyone to focus when you're walking too much on the stage. Now, being said so, I did like how you were too energetic in delivering your speech. That was a positive. And again, it was your first speech, yet you managed to use both word of the day and idiom of the day. So that was a brilliant move. Again, your speech was all about self-love, acceptance, and how you view yourself as a person and how you view others. Others to you view yourself as a person. That was a brilliant way to give an icebreaker. I would have liked had you talked about some particular incident from your life, but then again, next time maybe you can work on that. And yeah, time limit. You are well within your time limit. That was again huge positive because I just completed my speech just before the buffer time ended. So again, structuring your speech in a way that the time limit was achieved was a brilliant move. Beginning. I really liked your beginning. Yes, it's cliched, but it's cliched for a reason because it works. Years ago, it always works. And ending, I felt there could have been a bit of a conclusion to your speech, but then again, first speech, minute mistake, kind of just nitpicking there because it did feel your speech was pretty close to perfection. Some minor changes and it would be perfection. Again, keep your energy high, keep smiling, and all in all, a brilliant speech and a brilliant ice speaker. Thanks. Back to Toastmaster Veerbhadra. Waiting for this.
It's not Veerbhadra. You can call me Vinay. Anyways, thank you for calling me Veerbhadra. So let me call upon the speech evaluator 2, Toastmaster Madhumitha, to give her evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinay. Good morning again, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. A special good morning to my targeted speaker, Toastmaster Nikhilesh. Congratulations, Toastmasters Nikhilesh, on delivering your icebreaker speech in the Pathway Dynamic Leadership. Your title, Hero and His Tales. I felt that your title made the audience curious about who is the hero and what is his tales. Come on, I want to know. That made the audience pay their attention to your speech. You introduced yourself, which I think I appreciate you on that, because for the ones who didn't hear your name, they will get an idea that, okay, you're Nikhilesh, where you come from and everything. The way you started off your speech was very good. You started off your speech by telling the bond you shared with your brother, the hero and his brother. This is the one situation where everyone could relate to, where the elder brother complains about getting not enough love from the parents when there is a younger one. I believe that it also connected with the audience. You also had a good sense of humor. You had a very good usage of vocabulary. Kudos to you for using the word of the day, companion. We could sense the comfortability with this stage. You were pretty cool. you were comfortable with the stage, and I could sense that. I like the way you moved your story from childhood to teenage and college. It had a proper introduction, body, and conclusion. You told about your hobbies, how you traveled 4 schools in 3 years. You shared about your memories. Let it be the crush you had on, how you ended up in Amrita, knowing that you have to wear uniform again. You all you got all the key points that required. These are the areas where you excelled at. And there are some areas of improvement. First, eye contact. I believe that you can work on it because you had good eye contact. And the second one, body language. I suggest you to restrict your body so that it doesn't distract the audience and distract the audience from your speech. Next, vocal variety. You can work on that, as I could see that you're a good storyteller. That is the one thing. The challenge that I would give you for your next speech is to work upon the conclusion. The conclusion you delivered in this speech was abrupt. I think that, and finally, last but not the least, I think that this was one of the flawless icebreaker I've ever seen, because giving a speech for the first time on stage is really difficult. And one takeaway from your speech is to move on in my life. Thank you, and over to Toastmaster Vinay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhumitha, for that evaluation. Thank you so much. And let me call upon the speech evaluator 3, Toastmaster Praneeth, to evaluate Toastmaster Shambhavi's speech.
First of all, God damn, the speech was so great here. You have to clap. Clap once. I've told you before only, if she gives a speech, she'll give it very prepared only. She's not like me, just waking up at 9:30 and, giving a speech at 10. Kudos to that. So your topic, so what, resonates with all of us. The topic which you have chosen for your L1P4 is very good, is like a very good topic because our audience connect with them. And first of all, you had a very great beginning with your speech, right? You started off with, so what, like, and she gave a very good quote. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Quotes generally connect with the audience so that, people get to know you better. That's a very good thing. And also, after that, she had mentioned about the Stanford experiment, which, tells that she has research about the topic. It's like a great thing. Most of the people not tend to research about their topic, but Shambhavi did research a topic, even went to, going to, the lens of telling the Stanford thing, and the explanation she gave was very crisp. Okay. And the speaker had a very clear and confident style of delivery of the speech. She was confident enough to give the speech. However, where she could improve is the speech lacked what I could say is a clear structure, because she was talking about the so what attitude, and she jumped between various aspects of her life in her MPARC, not MPARC, the contest, the international speech contest or the evaluation contest. She talked about that, and after this Stanford and personal experiences, there was a lack of connection behind, which I found. And also, she, as though the content was engaging, the audience sometimes could observe that she was going a little off topic. Like sometimes, it was going above, the so what thing, and that's okay, but you can improve on that. And also, finally, what improvements I'll give you is things I could work on is work on your humor. The first thing is, because in any speech you need humor, as well as try to give like a good vocal variety. Matlab, if you're saying so what, you can do like that, no? So that audience would be more engaging instead of saying so what. And all the end, in the end, it was a great speech. And even I got engaged, with your so what thing, because the experiences told, it reminded me of my experience, because recently, a dog got killed a child got killed in Hyderabad. And I was also scared that my dog is a street dog. So I thought that my dog would also be taken away. But so what was the attitude I had. Thank you. Veerabhadra Rao.
Thank you. Thank you for the evaluation, speech evaluators. So coming to my evaluation of your evaluation, please listen carefully. Toastmaster Shivansh, I love the way you listen to the speeches of your targeted speaker. And also I would like to suggest you of to use a method called sandwich method, because whenever you come on to the stage for giving your evaluation, like when you give a positive and a negative, that it won't go in a proper flow, right? So just try using sandwich method for the next speech evaluation. And then also you mentioned about the speech title, and when you came here to tell the speech objectives, you forgot to tell about her speech title. So next time remember that. And then you covered each and every point, every positive point and every negative point. And I would like to suggest you, Manjusha, I would like to suggest you few things, that when you're speaking, you're just using this particular part of the stage. So you do have this stage too. You can make use of it. And while giving your hand gestures, you're facing your audience, but you're not looking at them. So that's one thing which I would like to, tell you. And end of it, a very nice speech. Kudos for your icebreaker, and congratulations for completing it. That's it from my side for the speech evaluator 1. And coming to speech evaluator 2. Yeah, you okay. So the way you delivered your evaluation is very good. Like you focused on the positive points and then the negative points, and then you covered a lot of points, but there are few points which you have missed. Speaker 2. So you know uh, tell my life as a story. Like when you're telling that before, like they won't get that attention, right? So that's one thing which I would like to tell you. And whenever you're talking about Tinder, you told that pain in my ass. So those words were not encouraged in Toastmasters. So just take care of that. And then at the end of your speech, the conclusion was not so good. Like you ended it saying that okay, this is up to this, and you told that let's talk it afterwards. So whenever you're preparing a proper speech, just write a proper conclusion for that. And that's one thing which I would like to tell you. Coming to speech evaluator 3, Toastmaster Praneeth. I love the way you gave the speech objectives. Like you covered every point, each and every point, and also told her she is well prepared, but she's not. I'm her mentor. And you know what? I called her on Wednesday to select a topic, and I gave her a 20 minutes of, a Jnana Bodha. And she was like, okay, I'll prepare a topic. And then there she is preparing her speech one day before. Okay, so, Shambhavi, when you prepare a speech, it doesn't seem like you're not well prepared. Sorry, it doesn't seem like you're not under prepared. You deliver it in a way that people think that you're so prepared. So next time, I would like to tell you. I would like to tell you to write a proper script on paper, and then refine it more, so that you'll increase that even more better, and it would make wonders when you speak. And also, when you're speaking, just don't restrict yourself for the front stage. Go backstage too. And then other few points. Yeah, I like the way you chose your speech title. So what? Like, I like the way you connected the whole speech with that speech title. And then I think you're feeling so bored with my evaluation. So what? Listen. Yeah, that's it with my evaluation segment for you. And coming to the tag team, I would like to call upon the grammarian for today's meeting, Toastmaster Daksh.
Okay, to start off, all the speeches were really well made. I really enjoyed listening to all of them. Now, coming to the evaluation, word of the day, 4 people used, and only Manjusha used both word of the day and idiom of the day. So, round of applause for her. All right, now coming to the English and the grammar part, there was really no wrong English or any grammatical errors in general. There are small things I'll talk about later. Quotes, Manjusha and Shambhavi used 2 quotes which I really liked. In search of gold, we found a diamond, and what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. So these quotes actually made your speech a lot better and gave a good conclusion. Coming to the improper grammatical use, it's not like any person specifically had something wrong in the speech, but there are few things I noticed here and there in everyone, and it happens quite, it's not easy to notice, and that is articles and double conjunction. So articles, you cannot just throw them whenever you want. Like, for example, a very common article that we just throw is the. We cannot say the Amrita School of Engineering or the BTech course or something like that. So these are very minor details that we tend to miss. And finally, double conjunctions. Conjunctions are basically connectors. We use them to connect sentences. We cannot connect one conjunction with another conjunction. We cannot use 2 conjunctions simultaneously, like and, because, however, although, because, although, and. So these are very small things that almost many people had here and there. But other than that, there are no major grammatical errors that makes the speech go down in the value. So yeah, that's all from my side. Back to Vinay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daksh. Thanks for the conjunction speech. Sorry, evaluation. So, whenever you came to introduce the role of the grammarian, I really love the way you explain. Hi. I really love the way you explain your role, and thanks for giving that easy word of the day and idiom of the day so that people can use it, more times. Also, I use the idiom of the day. No problem. And also during the evaluation, thanks for explaining that grammar words to us. So I got to know about new word in grammar conjunction, which I studied in my childhood. Also coming to a few improvements, it would be better if you have suggested a few things to improve their grammar, not like saying conjunctions, like, reading books, watching movies, and speaking to English people like that. And that is from my side. So I would like to call upon the accountant for today's meeting to give her evaluation.
So my job was today for the R counter. Toastmaster Manjusha did one repeated so 3 times, and she repeated words then and that many times. Toastmaster Nikhilesh many times, and then and I words were repeated many times. Toastmaster Shambhavi so was repeated 4 times. For the table topic speakers, Toastmaster Anupam, there were many and 3 times so was repeated. Toastmaster Madhumitha, 2 times was repeated. Toastmaster Supuk, many times was there and so was repeated many times. Toastmaster Fatima, there were many and was repeated 3 times. Toastmaster Shivansh, 2 and 2 times. Toastmaster Varshita, 2 and 1 so. And Toastmaster Praneeth, was repeated 1 time and as was repeated many times. Thank you. I'm handing over to Toastmaster Vinay.
Thank you for that report, Toastmaster Harshita. Varshita, Chanti Banti. So, coming to the introduction, whenever I called you for your role introduction, you have described everything very perfectly. You have described that CRPFs very perfectly. And then it would be better if you have given an example, like given an example of hours and how to repeat them or not. And then it will be nice whenever an accounter is giving her evaluation with us. Toastmaster Harsha, Toastmaster Shivansh, like that. So, also, it's so difficult to, see the ahs and ums whenever a speaker is speaking. I know that because I've done counter as my first role in Toastmasters. And after getting that counter report, many people will be like, oh, I got so many ahs and so many ums. But that's not a problem, because whenever we speak fluently, we do get some ahs and ums, but just try to reduce them, which makes to speak us fluently. That's it from my side. And I would like to call upon the timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Kuushalie, to give her report.
Okay, now I'm back with the report. So I'll start with the prepared speeches. Toastmaster Manjusha took 5 minutes and 35 seconds, so she is qualified. Toastmaster Nikhilesh took 5 minutes and 44 seconds, so he's qualified. And Toastmaster Shambhavi took 5 minutes and 56 seconds, so she is qualified. Now coming to the table topic speeches, Toastmaster Anupam took 1 minute and 45 seconds, so he's qualified. Toastmaster Madhumitha S took 1 minute and 16 seconds, so she's qualified. Toastmaster Sumuk took 2 minutes, so he's qualified. Toastmaster Fatima took 1 minute and 15 seconds, so she's qualified. Toastmaster Shivansh took 1 minute and 23 seconds, so he's qualified. And Toastmaster Varshita took 1 minute and 9 seconds, so she's qualified. And coming to the evaluators, Toastmaster Shivansh took 2 minutes and 57 seconds, so he's qualified. Toastmaster Madhumitha took 3 minutes and 12 seconds, so it's qualified. Toastmaster Praneeth took 3 minutes and 17 seconds, so he's qualified. And now coming to the tag team, the Grammarian took 1 minute and 41 seconds, and the R counter took 1 minute and 19 seconds. Handing over to Toastmaster Veerabhadra.
Thank you for the report, Toastmaster Kuushalie. That was a detailed report, and thanks for timing for every speaker. And then a few improvements whenever you're giving your introduction, whenever you're telling the time limits for each for the audience, like you're supposed to bring the timer cards and show them. So that's it from my side. And then I would like to congratulate you people for taking the roles for the first time. Thanks for taking it. Coming to my report, the meeting started a bit late, but no problem. Thanks for Harsha for being that energetic SAA. Thanks for that short story. And then Janani, thanks for covering each and every topic and every update in our club. And then coming to the TMoD for today's meeting, it'll be so difficult to listen your own sentence when other people is saying it in other words. So when you do it, so please don't mention their name next time. And then you have selected a very good topic, very good theme, the pet. which everyone connects, and then you've engaged everyone with that theme, and you've shared your personal experiences with that. And a few suggestions: do not prolong any story whenever you're telling it. So tell it in a way that in a short manner, like don't take too much of time there, so that the meeting gets more delayed. That's it from my side. And coming to the table topic master, I really love the way you give the prepare the table topics and pick the people, the online people too. And then a suggestion is, whenever you're speaking, your voice is too low, so that when Fatima, Toastmaster Fatima is asking a question, she used to repeat it twice or thrice. So that increase your volume a little bit. So when you're giving a table topic, you'll be we won't listen, right? So just increase your volume a little bit. That's it. And then that is from my report, my side. And over to you, TMoD.
So the reason I took my pets is because I always choose a serious topic, like the last time was the real me. Then before that, it was the comparison between Draupadi and Daenerys Targaryen. And before that, it was saying thank you, sorry, and please to oneself. This time I wanted it to be little, entertaining and little funny. So that's the reason I took the topic, my pets. Yeah. To conclude it, I just Googled what are the benefits of having pets, because my pets experience was not that great. The first one is opportunity to exercise. Yes. Because I had to run behind my rabbit all the time, because it used to go into the neighborhood house. And also I had to run behind, my family had to run behind the hen, not me. That was the exercise that we had. Then getting outside and socialize. Yes. I socialized with the neighbors and I never spoke to them. But when my rabbits went into their house, yes, I had to talk to them. I'd say, sorry, please give the rabbits back. And then when the hens ran out, I had to talk to watchmen and ask him to please help to get the hen back. I socialized well. Jokes apart, the actual, benefits of having pets is, they give you confidence that they have for you. You have them for you. Like they love you enormously, unconditionally, that you feel, okay, we have one person, even though parents are there, you feel you have that one person whom you feel they're there for you. You can tell anything, share your emotions, scold them, still they'll come back to you. You throw the same ball 1,000 times, till they'll get the same ball 1,000 times. The 1,000th time, they'll not look at you and say, hey, Bewakuf. No, they'll not say something like that. So the benefits of having, like, you'll not feel loneliness, no depression. So these are all the benefits of having pets, and also little entertainment and all. Oh. Okay, yeah, I like to hand over it to presiding officer, Janani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uthejitha. All right, then, we have come to the end of the meeting. The form is dropped in the group. Go ahead and vote it. Before the results are out, let us go for feedback. And we have a new member in the club, Toastmaster Tanuj. Would you like to come over the stage and introduce yourself for us?
Okay, I'm Tanuj, and 3 times I came, right? I came 3 times here, and the 4th time, and yeah, I paid and came now. Okay, fine. So, experiences. What experiences? Today only first one. It was good.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tanuj. Coming to other guests, Anupam, would you like to give a feedback for us? How was the meeting today?
As long as how much of a time you want to take.
How much patience do you all have? Anyway, I'll keep it short. Huh? Let's see. Okay, anyway. So first thing first, obviously time thing is there, but that's understandable, happens every time. But try to start on time. And one more thing is, honestly, I don't like the use of the mic because it makes you not use your hands much. So you have this restriction on your movement, and you don't get to explore how your voice actually sounds when you go louder, right? That's my personal thing. But when you actually use the mic, though, if you're actually using the mic, try to make sure that you are actually audible to everyone, because there's moments where you keep the mic away from your hand because you have notes in your hand or something like that. So because of that, there is an inconsistency of how people are actually able to listen to you. And I think people online also are affected by that. So there's that. And otherwise, overall, I'm amazed at how good you all are at speaking. And I commend you for all of that. And there are a few more things I would like to elaborate, but I'll keep it private. I'll let others know. There are a few things that you could improve on. So that I think I'll just give it to someone else to give more feedback. So over to you, Janani. Yeah, so the handshake thing also is something I used to always impress on people, and I'm glad that it's getting carried on. And again, thanks. That was ironic for what happened just now. So thank you, and again.
Thank you. Feedback noted. We'll start the meetings on time from next time. There were a few events planned today, so due to that, it got delayed. And coming to the movement of hands using mic. So we prefer mic because for online audience, sometimes they're not able to hear it. So we are using mics. I'll make sure that they keep it closer to their mouth and they speak. Thank you for the feedback. And yes, handshakes. Thank you. We'll keep continuing it from okay. No, that's okay. Going to Mitha. Madhumitha, can you give us the feedback?
Oh, you guys get extra points. At least she gets extra points because she called me Mitha. For those who don't know, I love to be called Mitha. Madhumitha. Mitha. No, not Mithu. But, but it was a very good meeting, in fact. And something that I really loved about this meeting is I saw a lot of new members for me and new members to the club as such, taking up roles. And then I saw a couple of them who were just like 4 meetings old and they're already taking up roles. And that is a really, really huge move. And you really need to have guts to do all those things. So huge round of applause to all of you, because I remember when we were there, our VPA used to push us like, take roles. And Harsha here is a very prime example. When I was a VPA, I pushed him on spot to take up essay, but see how he is right now. But that's a really, really good thing. There are a few other points of improvement, a lot of them. But one thing that I would want to emphasize here is you could make it a little more professional. Yes, jokes are all good, but here and there we see that the professionality is being missed out. So it's good. I mean, I saw Vinay handing over, and there were a lot of places where you try to keep it really lively. That's a very, very good thing. But I think you could also tweak it a little bit to keep it a little more professional. That's the only thing. But otherwise, it was a really, really good meeting. And I've come here after years together. So that's a full nostalgic wave hitting me. Thank you so much. Oh.
Thank you, Madhumitha. Coming to next, Sumuk. You joined in a little late, but that's okay. Can you give us a feedback? Akka, the daddy of the club.
Okay, the first thing which I would like to say is thank you, because I'm speaking on this stage after almost 3 years, and today was my first table topic in tab, I guess, offline. And I don't know, every time I come to tab, I have this huge respect and the feeling of home that I might overlook a lot of things because I've been keeping coming to the meetings all like literally every time I'm here, right? All right. So yeah, I might overlook a lot of things. But then one thing would be, yeah, as Mita mentioned, be a bit formal. That means no daddy, daddy, aka daddy. And the next thing would be, the evaluations, whatever the evaluations you guys are giving, I just find that a bit too positive. You don't have to ask the speaker to do some things. You can't always say that you might have done that. I would have liked you to do this, try it the other time. Sometimes you can just tell them how they can improve. So that is one thing I'd like to tell. Be a bit passive aggressive. It's fine. This is Toastmasters. No one is gonna judge you. So just don't be all like, don't think that what will the speaker think about you if you give them some such evaluations. And if there are cases where you'd really like to, criticize them or something like that, do it privately if you really feel the need to. That's only one thing I'd like to say. Otherwise, a great meeting. Always good to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sumuk. Coming to Tejaswini. How does it feel back to the club? Feedback. Over to the stage. Good morning, everybody. I mean, honestly, standing here after 3 years, it just feels so nostalgic. It feels good. In fact, when I'm sitting, I mean, usually I see somebody who used to sit in the front row, and today sitting behind, and like, as soon as I enter the hall, I'm like, who are these people? I do not even know, like, I mean, I do not even know like 70-80% of you. And then when each one of you was coming, oh, you were like, in common settings and interactive with you, but never in this, Toastmasters meeting. And when a people actually came onto the table, we were talking, I could see like the replicas of the people that I loved, or I loved hearing when I was a Toastmaster. I saw Toastmaster Madhumitha when she came on the stage and she was like, congratulations to the speaker. And I felt like, I was seeing a mini Srinidhi Akka, the way she was so articulate about everything, the way she was speaking. Then, when Uthejitha, Toastmaster Uthejitha was, doing her, the TMoD bit. I felt like it was Toastmaster Akhila that I was seeing. And I mean, it was so, I do not even have a word to, probably express how I'm feeling. I'm happy. At the same time, I feel a little sad also that, the OG tab is missing. But overall, it was a great meeting. Thank you so much for having us over here. Thank you, Anupam, for actually bringing us back. Because I honestly did not have any plans of coming. I do not think it did not happen today. I do not know if I would have ever come back. But thank you so much. And coming to the feedback, the other three, whoever gave the feedback, they were all, I feel, very nice. They were very generic. They were the good cops. I'll be the bad cop. Because I actually have quite a bit of feedback. I will break their hearts. I will. As I said, it was a great meeting. Everybody did their part. Everybody gave their best. But yet, there are a lot of points of improvement. First, I'll start with the general feedback. As everybody else said, we can probably keep the tone of this meeting a little more structured. The fact, why are we here? That is very important. Keep thinking as to why you joined this club. A few of you might have joined to, improve your public speaking skills, or more of you stay confident, or more of you for various other reasons, right? But at the end of the day, Toastmasters International has given us this platform so that we can improve our public speaking, with our communication skills, our leadership skills, and our network, right? Which is, something that we want to take forward when we step out of these four walls of the college, because
life is not end. In fact, all our learnings that we have from this stage, this move has to, we have to take it forward and apply it when we, are in a corporate setting. Or most of us will probably end up in a corporate setting. Right? A few of us who have big dreams and are, courageous enough to change after that would be somewhere else, but most of us will be in a corporate setting. So the fact that, I at least felt, the meeting tone went quite a bit informal at times. I get it that all of us are friends. I get it that, the vibe is very different. And times have changed. It's not the same as how it was, 4 years back. Now everybody's great, everybody's close to each other, but still we need to maintain that professional skills, right? One thing related to the same thing is please do not use any regional language in this, right? It's best that we only use English. Regional language, as is, a word or two, a word here and there is fine. But I've observed that, when you're communicating with another person, another Toastmaster in the group, I've observed that people are using regional language. Please try to avoid that. Second thing is that please not talking between when evaluations are going on. Then anybody on it, there's a speaker on stage, because at the end of the day, you will get what you give back. If you are on stage and you see that there's a bunch of people who are not listening to you, it's not a good thing. You want all ideas. That's why you're saying it. So it would be great if you could avoid any kind of cross talk when there's somebody on the stage. The third thing is again about the mic. First, initially when I entered and I saw people using the mic, but I was thinking actually here, sitting there, and felt there was an issue with the mic. So if at all there's an issue with the mic, that's the SA's responsibility to make sure that the mic is in a working condition and perfectly tuned so that even a person sitting there can use it. But then eventually when I actually, I could hear your voice, Kuushalie, right? Toastmasters, Kuushalie's voice, and see the speaker as well as realize that the problem is not with the mic, but how we are handling the mic. If you think that you're loud enough to stand here and address a crowd and make sure that the person sitting in the last of this room can hear you, then please avoid the mic. Or if you're sure that you want to use the mic, then know that there's a mic in your hand and you cannot, fear that for it. Because then people will lose connectivity. So, be mindful of what you're doing. If you have a mic, then know that there's a mic and only you can use one hand. If you're confident enough to that your voice is loud, and if you're confident that your voice is loud enough, then do not use a mic. I have a suggestion that maybe you can do like an alternate meeting. Maybe one meeting you can try, not using a mic so that you know that you're comfortable without a mic and you can probably improve your loudness. Maybe that comes with time. At the same time, maybe the second meeting you can try using a mic because in tomorrow's scenario, there might be situations where you would have to address somebody without a mic, a larger crowd, and in some scenarios you would, if it's in like you're talking near a podium, you will have to use the mic, right? So maybe you can do this alternately, however you are comfortable. Then one more, the fourth suggestion is that please do not use your phone if not required. The fact that there's somebody standing here, you need to respect that speaker. Because as I said, you will get respect and not doing the whole thing you give it to somebody else. I just observed that people are casually using phones. I'm one of that culture because I just got too excited. I'm just taking the turn to people. She didn't have done it long on my part, but I am a guest, right? At the end of the day, I admit my mistake, but you are here as a paid member. You are here listening to somebody every single meeting. Then please be mindful to not use the one if not required. As a related to this would be that please carry a book if you're an evaluator or you're having a speech or anything. It's the best practice that you can do. Because in that way, you're also improving your writing skills. At least when I was making notes in my phone, I didn't look on my end. I knew that I was coming to carry the book myself. I did not. But you at least should have carried a book. Do not take feedback in your phone because what you tend to write only bits and parts, right? But when you're writing, it's a more natural flow. You can actually articulate what you're going to say when you come out of it. So please do not, use your phone. It's not required again. And best practice to to maintain a notebook. Do not also, also when I saw that there are people who painted a piece of paper. It is not good. When you're standing here, piece of paper when you're handling it, it is not good. So the best one is to stand on notebook. Then, yes. Also, I observed that I'm not very sure about two other things before I go to the last point that I felt the phone handshake to meeting. I mean, could that be reminded of after almost about it? But I saw one or two people just walk down the stage without the handshake. So one important thing that I learned in Toastmasters after I joined is that whole handshake is not a good rule or stuff, but it's actually giving out the energy and giving out the power and the responsibility of a professional the next speaker, right? So the firmer the handshake, the confident the handshake, you are actually giving that energy to somebody else, right? So, please do not miss out on the handshake. And one other thing is that everybody here is a Toastmaster. Please do not address them with their names or informal names. Even if that person is currently a part of the club, as a paid member or not, we do, I do not know about everything, but you do pay that 1,500. This increase now or is it? You pay that 1,500 rupees as a part of your first fee, right? Which is basically guarantees that you are a lifetime Toastmaster, whether you are a paid member or not. So every single person in this room is a Toastmaster. So try to address that person as Toastmaster, 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 or Toastmaster Anupam, who's probably missing in action from the 2 years, but he's still a Toastmaster. So that these small things will actually impact the whole flow of the meeting. That's how you make it, right? Apart from that, small other things, when somebody is entering the meeting hall, if you're standing outside, make sure that you only enter the hall when there's an applause going on. Because you do not want to interrupt the speaker. I think, I'm not sure if we need to actually have a poster outside the meeting hall on this board that do not enter the meeting hall when applause not going on. Something like that. It used to be, it was stuck on this door and we used to not do it. So, maybe the FA can actually fix this habit up again and, do that, implement that. And also, let's say somebody is entering the hall. Sorry, it's not there, but as soon as somebody enters the hall, you stop what you're doing and you better ask. The fact is that you're breaking the connect with the audience that you just maintain. At the same time, you're breaking the tone of the meeting. I get it that it was a very warm thing. It's very warm to just come to the hall. At the same time, you are in the role of a very evaluator at that point, right? And there's somebody looking out this place. So you can kind of go the tone, right? So yeah. But I just felt like also another thing that I observed is that I just felt like probably your scripts are not really approved by the host. Because somebody said that there was no user words like in the app, so in the leg, all of these casual words. The fact that if you are not reaching out your mentor, it's not your mentor's responsibility. Yes, it is also a mentor's responsibility to make sure that the person that he or she has taken as a mentee is growing in all three possibilities and they also very good network. But at the same time, you have to reach out to them. Please do not give us, try not to give us speech if at all your skills is not good. Not doing that such, but if you haven't, send out that script prior. Don't do that for midnight. Do not send your script just the night before. I am somebody who used to not, I did not have a habit of writing scripts. I used to only, form a structure in my head. I used to, reach out to people for that, but I was always told that, the feedback that I always used to get, one thing was I used to always the table topic, the speeches, and why? Because I used to never write down the script, I used to never practice. So recently that happened that I was going to presentation office and somebody came up to me and said that, okay, I think you might have to do this. Okay, and how? And that person said that, sometimes I feel like what could be said in one sentence, 10 to 2 words. Now I just I took it. I mean, I was really offended by what he said. One, because he's also my manager. I was, yeah. But I mean, I was really offended. That, not what the first man. But I also thought about maybe if I actually articulate my thoughts better, or maybe if I had a habit of writing things down, I would have improved on it. And I do not want to hear it after I step out of these 4 years. I do not want to hear it from a person that actually. So, writing down things actually helps. Please get your what you try your best. Even if it's actually, even if it's a role, give it a phone. I mean, it's very hard to write because the script and everything. But you can have a structure. If you can just let your mentor know that this is what I probably feel is okay. If you are a time manager, a half hour, maybe you can, it's hard, but if you maybe ask your mentor that this is how I'm thinking to do, or if you're doing the ball, you can just ask them to do it. But teachers, a strict try to get them approved by your mentors. And also don't do that you submit it with the night before. Give them at least a week time. And there's no hurry of giving the speech. You don't have to, if you're not improving, but you're giving the speech every other meeting, then there's no point, right? After all, it's all about the improvement. It's about logarithmic curve. And it's not like an exponential curve or a linear graph. Logarithm is like this. Exponential is like this. Sorry. Okay, something like this. But if you don't have a linear, graph as such. So, again, I'm sorry to take so much time and be such a bad call. I'm sure it takes a lot of effort to, organize a meeting. I know how much it takes. The guts and the courage and that confidence it takes to come and speak on the stage. All you have to remember is value word. As in BPM, this was, I remember the first person of that meeting, and every person who coming to me, all I asked is that person is, why do you want this one person? Because if your reason is strong, your purpose is strong, you will actually, go to that person. You're not here on a Saturday to or not just to friends and with your quality. So I know that there are a lot of people looking at and looking up. Also, so you're also setting an example by things like this. So, great speaking. Thank you so much. But I mean, I don't really want to come back. Sorry,
Thank you, Toastmaster Tejaswini, for that detailed feedback. I'll definitely, and all of us will work on it together. Moving ahead, Toastmaster Varshita, can you give us feedback?
Good afternoon, everyone. I totally enjoyed the meeting today. Thanks to Anupam for reminding me thrice or 4 times to attend the meeting today morning because we had to come. Just reminding me. We know how we are, and that is what a senior does. And today, the whole meeting took me back to the COVID days when I properly started my work as a professor, and all I could remember was how seniors were quick to us and we understood that very well. So, coming back to today's meeting, the confidence you all have is huge. I can't talk about everyone else during my journey, but I can talk about myself, and my confidence grew with my improvement. So, as soon as I improved, I became confident, but you all are confident from day one. Use that confidence. Don't make it overconfident and don't take meetings informally. So a Toastmaster meeting for us would be like maybe a bring the speech or a presentation. Not in that sense, but when we entered this room, we were it was a point in our mind that phone should be off. Unless you have something important, you to text from under the desk or in a way that the person who is speaking from here can't see that anyone is using the phone. If I'm speaking here and someone is using the phone, the first thing I feel is what's the point of giving an improvement to them when they are not listening or not paying attention. So the speaker not speaking well or speaking informally, it's a mistake of the audience that they are using the phone. So that is the most important point I wanted to emphasize on. And please use books. I'm sure you all are not sharing paper by not using books, but please use books. I had a book written Toastmasters on it, and I still like go back and see the pages, and it brings me inspired. I know that's not the point of putting the book here, but it will help you a lot. I know you all are using your phone for making notes or for feedback or points that the evaluator is telling you, but a book is different than the phone. So phone doesn't give you the same whatever we get from an evaluation what it does. So while you write the point itself, there is a difference when you make note in the phone and the book. So please start using the book. Keep a separate notebook for Toastmasters to help you a lot. And yeah, I was like totally smiling and laughing in the meeting. So, yeah, I totally enjoyed the meeting. So there are some more points which I want to tell. Maybe I'll contact the mentors of those particular mentees or the mentees. So I'll tell them later on. You can talk to me over the phone. And thank you all for remembering my name. So there were some of the members who came and they told their name and my name for everything. I was very, it was very hard for me. So thank you for that. I totally enjoyed it.
Moments. You can take that.
Okay, so I'm going to do the last segment that is okay. Feedback. That has people who do the effort to make it. You came up with the four, two of them good and what they fight with them under. They have to shouldn't go on. So I just appreciate that. So moving up there, we have the voting results. Okay, so the first one, best of casting.
Everyone. Every tag member. Tag
The
him.
best of casting goes to Toastmasters Daksh. I request meeting number 193 my 10 floor.